Hello, and welcome to my channel, where I mostly share my love of fragrance and enjoying my collection. In this video, I'll be reviewing some new perfumes that I picked up from Zara, including their new candy-themed collection. Thank you so much for stopping by, and let's get started. So I first tried Zara perfumes a couple months ago, and I really enjoyed them, especially the cherry smoothie scent. So when I saw that they released some new perfumes, I decided to try some out. I picked up a variety of scents, including some from their new candy-themed collection, which come in these really cute, colorful gradient bottles. So the first scent I picked up is Marshmallow Addiction, and this is an EDT. And this has notes of fruity notes, sunflower, gourmand accord, vanilla, and musk. And I'll start off by saying that I'm not sure why they named this Marshmallow Addiction, because that is really not the main note of this fragrance. In the opening, it is very, very fruity, and it smells kind of like a bowl of tropical fruit salad that has a little bit of like candy-like scent to it, sort of like gummy bears. It does smell bright, and I'm not picking up much of a floral note at all. And more sweetness starts to come in, along with a little bit of creaminess and muskiness. But the creaminess, the sweetness, none of it is anything that I would call marshmallow-like. And I'm really not getting vanilla either. It's not a bad scent, but when I was looking for something that's like a creamy, fluffy marshmallow scent, and I get, kind of a candy fruity scent, it's just a little disappointing since it wasn't what I was looking for. But if you are interested in something that is, kind of a candy tropical fruit scent, then you might want to try this out. Next up is Woman Cherry, and this is also an EDT. And this has notes of mandarin orange, cherry, pear, tiara flower, sour cherry blossom, peony, black vanilla husk, and praline. And this opens with a nice soft cherry as well as some pear. And there's also some floral notes that start to really come out. And I kind of do get a feeling of a cherry blossom type of floral. And there's also a sort of greenness to the scent as well. And I'm not really picking up that praline specifically, and not really the vanilla either, but there definitely is some sweetness to the scent. And the cherry is not a typical like juicy sour cherry. It's not a medicinal cherry, and it's not like a powdery almond-like cherry. It really is just like a really soft, subtle, fresh cherry fruit scent with a little bit of sweetness and some nice florals. It is very soft, so it's not going to have a lot of projection, and I don't think it's going to have a lot of longevity either. But I always do enjoy picking up new cherry fragrances because it's one of my favorite fragrance notes, so I definitely did want to try it, and I do think that it's nice. It's just very subtle. And the last one that I picked up from the candy-themed collection is Petal Lollipop, and this is also an EDT. And this has notes of jasmine, rose petals, violet, and sweet notes. And this is definitely the most floral out of all of the ones in this collection that I've tried. It really has a strong violet note, and that just stands out over everything else in the fragrance. I'm also getting kind of a feel like cucumber, actually. It's very fresh and watery almost. And there's also a subtle sweetness to it, but it's not a sugary sweetness, and it's not very heavily sweet. It's more a powdery, soft violet scent with some fruit notes in it. And the fruit almost has a little bit of a sour kind of feel to it. But overall, it really is primarily a violet scent, and I actually do really like violet fragrances, but for some reason I'm not finding I love this one. I feel like this is my least favorite out of the three that I tried. I just feel like it's nothing special, and the violet has maybe a little bit too much wateriness and not enough sweetness and not enough powderiness to be one that I think is, stands out. And moving on, I have a couple scents that come in the kind of standard packaging that they have in their permanent line. And the first one is Frosted Cream, and this is actually a re-promoted scent. And this has notes of mandarin orange, strawberry, flowers, and vanilla. And this is instantly very sweet and also really powdery. It smells very gourmand, kind of like a sugary dessert. and it's also very creamy. And there's a hint of fruitiness to it, but I don't pick it out specifically as strawberry. And I'm not getting any of the floral at all, even though it's listed in the notes. And to me, this is a very powdery, sweet, creamy, gourmand vanilla scent. It's really nice. And I actually find that this is very similar to Mont Blanc Signature EDP, if you're familiar with that perfume. And they are both very creamy, sweet, powdery vanilla scents. Very kind of like fluffy and creamy. And I think Mont Blanc Signature actually smells kind of like a creamsicle. And they're very similar. They're not exactly the same. I would say that Frosted Cream is actually a little bit sweeter, and Mont Blanc is a little bit more fruity, but they are very similar. So you could try out Frosted Cream if you didn't want to, pay the higher price for Mont Blanc Signature. So I do really enjoy this one, and I would definitely recommend trying this out if you love sweet gourmand vanillas. And the last scent that I have is Fabulous Sweet, and I believe that this is a new fragrance, and it's an eau de parfum. And I don't specifically have the breakdown of top, middle, bottom notes. I just know that there's vanilla, creamy tuberose, and tropical ylang-ylang as the main notes. And the description also lists pear, mandarin, pink pepper, coconut water, patchouli, and tonka bean. And this to me has a really bright floral opening with some very light fruity notes. And the tuberose has a bubblegum quality to it, so it's very sweet and a little powdery. And there's also a lot of like a spicy vanilla, and they're calling it black vanilla. I don't know if that's what's giving it that slightly spicy quality. And this is a lot warmer than the last fragrance. And I feel like I like it even more than Frosted Cream. It's just really sweet. And I love tuberose that has that bubblegum, quality, and mixed with the vanilla and the soft floral notes. It's just a really nice, sweet fragrance that's very warm and also has a really nice tropical quality to it without being overly floral. So I really do enjoy this one. So that's it for my review of these Zara fragrances. I have to say, I was a little disappointed in the candy themed collection. The bottles were so cute. I was really hoping that there'd be some nice scents in there. But in addition to the scents being kind of disappointing, I also feel like, they don't have a lot of longevity. So you have to be willing to put up with something that's not going to last a lot. And I did like Woman Cherry. I'd say that's my favorite out of the collection. But the other two were kind of disappointing to me. And as far as the other two, I really do like Frosted Cream and Fabulous Sweet. So I think that those are definitely worth giving a try. They're both really nice, sweet scents. I love gourmand fragrances, and I'd say Fabulous Sweet is my favorite out of this whole haul. But let me know your thoughts on these fragrances. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you'll subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.